Okay. Just opening comments. Devastating loss for us, emotionally, mentally, in a lot of ways. I thought we battled. I thought we fought. We just did not make the plays that we needed to make at the right times as the game progressed. A variety of different things that happened during the course of the day, but the fact that we had 2 opportunities at 2-point plays and didn't make either of them, I think we put our defense in a bad position several times today against a very good offense, both with our punting game, a very unfortunate thing on a squib kick that hit when it hit their man, gave them a short field there at the end. I did not want to kick it deep and have the chance of them returning it because they had returned one earlier in the game, and they have a very good return game. So we squibbed it. Unfortunately, it hit a man on the way and gave them a shorter field than would be ideal. I think our team battled. I thought our defense was very solid, played great, did a lot of good things. But we got to play better. I think I'm proud of our team. I think they fought. I think they competed, and I think we waited too long, and we ran out of time. So I don't believe I have to give them a lot of credit. They're a very good football team, but I also don't believe that they're a better football team than we are. Today they were.
Mike, on that kick, bad luck, as he said, and it's not necessarily a risk of a squib kick because I'm not sure I've seen that on a squib, but just talk about what you're trying to tell the defense on the sideline when you're unexpectedly given that they're given a short field.
Yeah, and our defense does a great job of rallying in difficult circumstances. They had a lot of scenarios of that today and did great. We had the one time that we had the short punt that was shanked to the right, where toward our sideline where they had the ball on like the 35. The other time where they this is why I wanted to squib it when they returned the kickoff to the plus whatever it was 40 or 38. They had some short fields, and our defense I think did outstanding. The one thing that I look back, we had, I don't know the whole turnover thing, but I know we won the turnover battle, but the problem was we didn't capitalize on turnovers. One of the things that we have been good at is points off of turnovers, and today we did not do well at that for whatever reason, but that's the situation.
What was your process with Matt Adam through the course of the game to keep his confidence up, his juices flowing? Obviously, he played a lot better in the fourth quarter, but how did that kind of?
Well, the first thing I want to address, and before we talk about Matt, is Mike, and just so we're clear exactly on what happened with Mike. Mike, after the game last week, showed symptoms of concussion. He went through. When you show symptoms, there is a concussion protocol that you go through. He went through that protocol. He went right up to the game, to a game time decision. He actually went through that in pregame warm-up today. The good news is, he didn't pass it based on the time allotment that we had to play today. But the good news is on the fact that he went through pregame warm-up, went through what they call a stimulus and heightened blood pressure, I guess is the best way of saying it. I'm not very good with all the technical stuff, but the bottom line is that he did really well in pregame warm-up, so that's a really good sign moving forward. So we, decision, medical staff and coaching staff to not have him play. Okay, that being said, Matt Adam, Matt Adam doesn't let anything bother him. He's got one of those personalities that just, he handled it great. I think there was a couple times where he ran out of there when he could have stayed in there, but I'm proud of how he played at the end, and I'm glad we got a chance to play him. In retrospect, we kept talking about wanting to get him in the game earlier this season. But I'm glad that he played, and now, you know, our number 2 quarterback has functioned well under very difficult circumstances.
How many reps did he get this week to get ready for this?
Quite a few, because Mike was going through concussion protocol, and that limited his reps. So Matt got a lot of reps.
You know, you get the last 2 touchdowns, and it kind of had the same feel as last week's game to some degree. You know, just you know, talk about the offense after they had struggled, and some of that is to Illinois State's credit. But you know, what do you think was the catalyst to get them moving in the right direction?
I think sense of urgency. I mean, our backs were against the wall there, and this team wants to win. We believe we're going to win, and we expect to win. And you know, we make one of those 2-point plays, and then that thing, you know, is a different decision there at the end, and we're into overtime. And you know, I loved our chances in overtime. So I'm getting off. I'm doing some what fors and that kind of thing. But the bottom line is, you know, there were a lot of little things that happened along the way that I think our team kept competing. They kept fighting. They kept believing we were going to win, and we just didn't get it done at the end.
Do you think that sense of urgency that was there in the fourth quarter, when the defense is playing as well as it is, and you had the lead into the third quarter, is it tough sometimes for the offense? And I don't mean to be unfair to Matt because it's his first game, but is that sense of urgency hard to generate when the defense is doing as well as they were early on in the game?
You know, not really. I just think that you got to give some credit to Illinois State. They were undefeated coming in today. They're still undefeated. I got to give all the credit in the world to them. Brock Speck, their coach, does a great job. Their staff does a great job. You know, I have a lot of respect for them, respect for their quarterback. You know, they're a good team, and we didn't play well enough on offense early in the game. You know, because we didn't. The main thing that I'm disappointed in is capitalizing on turnovers. You got to be able to do that to win a game like this.
Coach, how frustrating is it to battle back and get that lead back and then lose it in the final seconds?
Really hard. Like I said, devastating. You know, it's really hard to fight back and put yourself in position to win, and then see it, you know, go through your fingers.
Is there a side of it though where you feel, you know, hey, we were there at the end, obviously with the backup quarterback, defense played well, special teams played well, so there's obviously good things moving forward still. You know, this isn't an end-all be-all type thing.
Yeah, I mean, the reality is that we're halfway through the season. We're 2 games into the conference. We're a 4-2 football team right now that is 1-1 in the conference. This is a great conference. There's a lot of parity. We have a great opportunity next week to go up to North Dakota State, and you know, we've got to get over this one. It's kind of like when you win, you got to enjoy it for one day. This one, we can't let it beat us twice. You know, we lost today. We've got to, you know, take our medicine, and then we got to come back.
Anything else for Coach? Coach, thank you.